Hey, what's up guys? Evolution significantly spiced up Clash Royale, and the meta, it's completely different. So we're gonna be taking a look at some of the best decks in the game to upgrade and breaking down why they're so strong. And if you want to see more on any specific deck, check the pinned comment for more videos. It's time for us to evolve with Clash Royale and assert dominance. All right, we got a game against Bond. Let's go. So we're gonna go for a Hog Rider here, and he's not gonna be cycling much. Maybe he's gonna drop something down the middle. He's probably gonna go for Tornado. Nope, he goes in for a Monk. So I want him to click the Monk ability early so he doesn't target the Hog. Okay. That was unfortunate. I was really hoping I was smart there for a sec. I was like, yo, I'm going to get him to go and click the Monk ability, and then the Hog Rider is going to get us extra damage. Wait, what? Dude's going to have Battle Healer with Monk, so it's probably an Elixir Golem deck. Definitely an Elixir Golem deck. We got to go and click the ability so we can go to the other side and blast all of his stuff to bits. I think probably in an okay spot as long as he doesn't arrows me, because I can go in for an Ice Spirit here, pull back the Night Witch so it doesn't do that much damage. And all things considered, not bad. It's okay. We figured out what your deck is. We know that you're going to use the Monk in front of the Elixir Golem, though, so then my Bomb Towers and Firecrackers are going to be relatively useless. You know the good thing? The Evolved Firecracker does like a poison effect. So I don't think he can reflect that damage. If it stays on the map, stays in the ground, he's not going to be able to do anything about that. That would be pretty cool to see if that gets reflected in my face. I don't want to test that, to be honest, but we might find it out. All right, we're going to go for a Bomb Tower, and then we're going to go and click our Evolved Firecracker here, and we'll see what he does. Yeah, he's going to go for the Monk. So the poisons are going to start stacking up on the map, and we'll see what happens here. Definitely want to separate the Battle Healer away, and then we can go for an Ice Spirit, and I think I'm okay. Wait, just target the Night Witch, please. Okay, thank goodness. I was like, if you stupid Firecracker don't target the right thing, then I might be dumb. And then I don't want to feel dumb. I want to feel smart in Clash Royale. And that's what evolutions do, guys. They don't die. They make you feel like the most sophisticated player in Clash Royale, even if you aren't the best. The Firecracker withstood the test of our opponent's arrows, and yeah, that's what Evolved Firecrackers do. They withstand arrows, they've got poison, effect over a long duration, and even if your opponent's got Elixir Golem, with the brute strength of the Monk and Elite Barbarians, they might not be able to break through. Can I 3-crown him? I want to assert utter dominance against you, man. I'm going to go in for the Mighty Miner here, just so he has a compelling reason to play more cards into there. But I'm actually going to swiftly and securely go for the right-hand side play. So I'm going to Firecracker here. I'm going to go and click the Mighty Miner Bomb, and then I'm going to Bomb Tower as well. I want to make sure that nothing body blocks the Bomb Tower. Like, for instance, if he dropped the Night Witch and he body blocked the Bomb Tower, that would have been really bad for me. I'm going to go Goblins here. Oh, wait. Whoa. Calm down for a second, man.
My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out.
That's not what we want to see. That's a lot of stuff stacked up. Wait, is the Firecracker able to kill everything? There's no way. There's no way. The Firecracker legitimately saved my butt. Meanwhile, I'm going to 3-crown him with a Firecracker shot again. Firecrackers do everything. Firecrackers are so good in the evolution form. GG, well played and peace out. It was awesome winning against you, sir. And it's even more satisfying beating an Elixir Golem player. He's giving us the clap at the end. You guys already know it's sarcastic. He is not happy after that loss. And that win puts us all the way up at 4,000 in the world. Yo, we got to give me someone with a Prince banner and a Mortar as well. That would be pretty funny if he was actually running that, because I haven't seen Prince Mortar in a long time. The guy's going to go for a Skeleton Barrel. Okay, I think we're playing against a Mega Knight player. You always have to let one of the Spear Goblins lock onto your tower, because if all three of them hit your Spirit, whether it's an Ice Spirit or a Fire Spirit, it cannibalizes the Spirit and it doesn't jump onto the Spear Goblins. I also said doesn't. That's a new word, guys. It's not doesn't. It's doesn't with the doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how I came up with that, but that's a new word, all right? So he's actually going to have Mortar. It was in his mastery for a reason. Apparently, he really likes it. All right, do we go and click the Mighty Miner ability, or do we let the Firecracker do its thing? I think we let the Firecracker do its thing and then maybe go in for a Hog Rider as well. Yeah, we're just going to keep bombarding the right-hand side. Since the Firecracker is at a low amount of health, might as well get some extra value out of it. That one minion left alone, just going off and adventuring as the scout and then getting destroyed. Okay, so not necessarily my favorite thing, but we can Earthquake, and then we can go for the Firecracker, and then she should be able to kill the rest of the minions without me losing my tower. Yeah, you know, we're losing the game by like 300 HP, but we've got an Evolved Firecracker. You ready for the paw print to come out? She's going to stomp over this match. Oh, no, she's going to get stomped by a Mortar and activate King Tower. Okay. I lied to you guys again. It was just a Juzzant play. A Juzzant play. Wait, never mind. She's still alive. Does she get a shot? No shot that she just got a shot. And she's damaging down the... What? She damaged down the minion horde too. Oh, he tried to pre-snowball on the goblins because he knew that I was going to go and try to pull the minions. This guy is really good at the game. Like, super smart. He identified my card cycle and knew exactly what I was going to do. But it didn't pay off because the timing had to be exquisite for him. Wow, that was a big brain and big risk play. I'm happy that I get to play against players this good, though, because you don't really get to see that every day. So we need to go in for a Mighty Miner and finesse his Miner and show him the superior Miner and then go for a log. Okay, cool. We don't take that much damage. He could go for a Mortar, hypothetically, so we want to separate out our Hog Rider and our Firecracker, and wow, that's a lot of elixir. Oh my gosh, chill. Chill, dude. Chill, don't do this to me. If he does a spell on that... Okay, thank God that didn't happen. All right, let's click the Mighty Miner ability, go to the other side. Maybe we can finesse our way through. If I can take 2 towers right now, yo, the Mighty Miner's like, Jake, I cower in the face of anything that resets me, but everything else, it unphases me. And that was hilarious, how it was just able to lock onto the tower and deal as much damage as we've gotten on both of his towers, basically. Or at least as much as he's gotten on my towers. All right, we can Firecracker now, and then go in for a Hog Rider in the middle. We also drop our Hog Rider off to the left. Now, I'm just going to go for Mighty Miner, click the bomb, and not be stupid. If there's anything that I've learned in Clash Royale, when you have a huge lead, don't let it slip away, because it's one of the worst feelings losing games like this, where you guarantee the W, and all you have to do is drop one elixir ability. And it looks like we prevailed against the Devils, but I don't feel like an angel or anything. I'm literally running Firecracker Evolution. All right, we're playing against someone that finished 862 in the world. Let's get it. So I'm hoping that he spams something in the back so then I can go Lava Hound same side. It feels good to be able to go drop the Lava Hound and not get pressured in the opposite lane when your opponent doesn't have enough elixir. But he's not cycling much. Skeletons, okay. So generally with Lava Hound, you want your opponent to make the first play if they're running a cycle deck, because if you go and drop your Lava Hound in the back and then they spam on the other side, it's a really bad experience. I'm going to go for a Mega Minion here. I fully expect him to have Royal Giant, so I'm just going to get away with the Lava Hound here and then hopefully be able to finish off the rest of his stuff and have the Mega Minion get tanked for. So we're in a decent spot. If we're playing against someone that is definitely going to be running a Royal Giant deck, we should be able to go through with our Balloon and feel fantastic about ourselves. Because most of the time, Royal Giant decks will rely heavily on a Phoenix and then a Fireball. So I bet you he expects the Balloon and the Lava Hound to get knocked back by the Fireball, and he'll get a great interaction from that. But it got knocked away from the Phoenix, so we're bashing his tower a couple more shots. I couldn't believe that we just got that much damage. I was literally flummoxed and my words were confused. But you know what? We're not confused. We're actually winning the game. Wow, Lava Hound's not that hard to play. Feels good, man. Your opponent's got Phoenix and Fireball, and they trade relatively even with you. And you're looking at the game, and you're like, well, I've got Barbarians for a Lava Hound, and you have to Fireball on the Balloon and the Lava Pups. Then you're not able to Fireball on the Barbarians. So the Barbarians should be able to kill the rest of his Royal Giant. So that's why this deck is so good in the meta right now. Your opponent has to Fireball on the Lava Hound and the Balloon, especially the Lava Hound Pups. And then they have nothing for the Barbarians to crush all their counter push, right? So it's not like he can do that much. I think we can go for a Fireball here. I don't think he's going to click the ability of the Monk for a bit, so I want to catch him in a bad spot. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Phoenix isn't going to be able to kill our Mega Minion. He's going to go in for the Monk ability, which is a bit annoying for me, but I can go for Skeleton Dragons afterward, and we should be A-okay.
Help me! Help me!
Especially with our Skeletons tanking for the Phoenix for a transient period of time. I'm going to go for a Zap here. The Lava Hound took his tower. Isn't that just straight up demoralizing, losing a tower to a Lava Hound with no other support? You've just lost to a flying punching bag, bro. What's up with that? All right, so yeah. With 1,000 HP left on our tower, I got to go in for a Mega Minion on the other side. There's the Evolved Royal Giant, card that most people are extremely scared about. We're going to go for a Tombstone here, just to make sure that he's not going to be able to break through as fast as he wants. And then we can go in for Skeleton Dragons directly on top. So, as weird as it might seem for you guys, the Royal Giant's not going to get that last shot. I know. An Evolved Royal Giant not taking a tower might be pretty weird for most of y'all, but that's how it works sometimes. So we're going to go for a Zap on top of the Barbarian so it doesn't get that hit. So we're going to force out either a Fireball or something else. It's well worth it for me. And now with the Evolved Barbarians, I don't know if he knows this, but he can't go Royal Giant at the river. Royal Giant at the river will still die to the Evolved Barbarians. He's going to Fireball instead. That makes a lot of sense. So we're going to go Evolved Barbarians on the right side, and he's going to Barbarrel. I think we just go in for Skeleton Dragons again. It's a little bit unfortunate that we're doing that because he's going to go right into a Fireball, but now he doesn't have Fireball for the Barbarians on the right. So he's probably dead. He's likely just going to die to the Evolved Barbarians right now. they hit so hard. Since they get raged up with each attack and they move even faster, it's just a complete disaster for every Royal Giant player. Even with the evolutions, they still get slapped. And after absolutely clobbering that Royal Giant player with a top 800 finish, we're at 3,600 in the world. All right, so jump into the game against someone with an Archer's banner. He's part of Being Human clan. Well, I'm in the same clan as you, bro. Maybe I'll become your leader. Okay. So I like dropping Tombstone against the Bandit because if you don't know, Tombstone can fully counter a Bandit and it will end up giving you the Tombstone skeleton still on the map afterward, and then your opponent's like, well, I can't spam in either side. You got to drop your Tombstone really early on for that to counter a Bandit though. So we're going to go for a Tombstone a bit lower here just to make sure that we can be able to... Oh, is that going to pull the Hog Rider? I thought he would have Battle Ram in his deck. But yeah, we're going to be able to pull the Dark Prince and the Hog Rider and get a huge positive elixir trade. Wow, that went way better than I thought. I was like, yo, he might Battle Ram other side. Hopefully I can have my Barbarians in my hand. And we didn't have it in our hand. I kind of got screwed with the bad card cycle, but we're vibing with what we got now. So I'm going to Balloon in the back, and I can go for Lava Hound at the river. This is generally a pretty risky play, but a lot of times when you're playing against people that end up only having Firecracker in their deck to go and counter your Balloon, it feels great. Because if they go in for bats or minions, then you can Fireball on that as well and hit everything at once. I'm just going to eat the Bandit. I think this is okay for us. Oh, man, he separated his stuff, so I can't Fireball on everything at once. I kind of just want to Fireball on the Firecracker, to be honest with you guys. I think that's going to be our best bet. Finishing that off is the most obnoxious card of the two. Firecracker will give him a lot more value than a lone Electro Wizard. So, what are we going to do here? Do I want to go in for Barbarians on his Hog Rider? Because our Barbs are evolved now, so it should be able to fully slap him down and give us a huge positive elixir trade. So he's going to have to spend a lot of elixir to finish that off. I bet you he's got a Mega Knight deck. I think I recognize this as a Mega Knight fast cycle deck with a lot of bait cards with the Hog Rider. I wonder if we can kill the Firecracker. Looks like I might be activating King Tower here. If you didn't know, you generally want to be activating King Tower with your Skeleton Dragons if you don't have that much elixir in your deck. So Skeleton Dragons activate King Tower against Hog Rider and Firecracker and fully counter it. While you do take a lot of damage, you're still going to get an okay trade. Because getting the King Tower activation and you're spending less elixir, it frees up a lot for you to go on offense then. So I'm going to go in for the Lava Hound in the back left. I'm kind of going to just ignore anything in the right. It doesn't necessarily matter to me anymore. He does go and spam everything that he's got as expected. I'm going to wait for the Mega Knight to jump because it will jump on my tower regardless, I think. And then we can go for Barbarians here afterward. I think I need to Fireball on this Firecracker. It's going to get blown back so far, so I'm just going to Fireball and make sure I don't miss. I can go in for a Balloon here, and he still hasn't taken a single tower yet. You know, with 34 seconds, what if I hang on to all my towers? It's possible. Like, it's straight up very possible right now. I did get a Tombstone down, which is kind of upsetting that I have to drop this because now his Hog Rider is going to be able to break through, but I'm back to Barbarians. So maybe I can still win this. 20 seconds remaining. He's going to go Hog Rider to the left. We still got the Evolved Barbarians. He might have to Mega Knight with it. I bet you he has to Mega Knight with a Hog Rider to be able to break through. What is he going to do? Seriously. Like, I'm actually wondering. He lost. He lost. No way. That's what I'm talking about, baby. This Lava Hound deck is incredibly clutch. Even when you only have 400 HP, because the Evolved Barbarians can pretty much defend against everything while you take 0 damage, this deck has got locked down defense. And you run away with wins that you simply shouldn't have. Yo, we got a game against Why You Spamming. Well, dude, I think we kind of have to go and spam some emojis to you right now. I think he might get sick of that. Look at his name, and then he's like, yo, why is everyone spamming emojis at me? There's definitely a correlation between having a name like that and the amount of emotes that are dropped in a certain game. So we're going to go in for the Mighty Miner and increase the data point of Mighty Miner spam. All right, so we're going to drop our Mighty Miner ability, fulfill a lot of damage on top of the Queen so then she can't go invisible and hurt us in our future endeavors. And the Skeleton Dragon hit the tower. Let's go. That's some nice damage. Okay. I totally vibe with that. All right, I want to go in for Barbarians, but he's not cycling anything at all. Like, I guess we can go and split them and just accommodate both sides. Generally, dropping Barbarians at the river into a Mega Knight is one of the worst decisions I've ever had in my life, and I don't want to do that again. I've learned that. I played this deck off stream and learned how to play it, and I realized going in for freeze with the Evolved Barbarians on offense is really good in single elixir, and double elixir you go for graveyard freezes after you figured out what your opponent's deck is, but you kind of just don't play that aggressive until you can know what your opponent's going to do. And then when you know that you can take their tower or do a lot of damage because their card cycle is already showcased, then you go in for your freezes with your win conditions, and then you can get a lot more value. But if you go in for a dumb freeze early on in single elixir and you try to get lucky, a lot of times you're going to get a really unlucky interaction and lose. Okay, so the Mighty Miner is not really worth dropping on the other side. I could click the ability on top of the cannon, but also, again, probably not worth it. So the guy's main way of winning is going to be dropping his Royal Hogs and then Earthquaking on top of whatever we defend with, which is not really optimal for me, but it's something I can work with. We're going to go Skeleton Dragons here. We're going to try to bait out his Archer Queen. We'll see if that happens. We could also freeze on the Queen as well, and that's, like, not terrible. We can go for Skeleton Dragons and then freeze, depending on what happens. Yeah, I'm going to freeze on the Queen and see if this works out for us. This is the skill of a Graveyard Freeze player. This is what happens, guys. We're top 2,000 in Clash Royale. I just missed a freeze on an Archer Queen. My skill and brain cells are depleted by playing this deck. I'm going to tell you right now. This does not happen with any other deck that I play. It's only like Elixir Golem and Graveyard Freeze where I just do not hit my spells ever. That is pitiful. All right, we're going to go for a freeze again. Force out some extra Elixir. Make him drop even more spam. I think we can get this win. As sad as it is, I think I'm going to beat this guy. So we're going to go in for a Mighty Miner here. I can go for Barbarians again on the Archer Queen, and then go in for an Ice Wizard directly on top of the Royal Hogs to slow them down. Click the Mighty Miner ability to blast back the piggies even further, so then our Ice Wizard are going to give us even more value. And I believe in the power of the Mighty Miner sauce. So I'm going to go and secure the bag, dropping our Graveyard right now. Maybe going for a freeze depending on what happens. Arrowing is always optimal on top of the cannon to finish it off quicker. And now we're not going to miss our freeze. We didn't miss our freeze, guys. A pure skill. That freeze placement, obviously so difficult to do in Clash Royale because I wasn't even able to do it until now. My brain cells, they're coming back, and our opponent's in some serious pain. The amount of disdain that people will have for this deck when they figure out how good it is. Look at that! The piggies didn't do any damage. Got like one touch on my tower, and that's it. That's so funny. Probably not for him, definitely for us, though. We're going for a Skeleton Dragon push again on the right-hand side. Maybe we can go and push our limits and go in for a freeze depending on what happens. We're going to wait for the Skeletons to start swarming him again. Oh, he's not really giving us the option to go in for the freeze as much as I want to. I'm going to go for a Mighty Miner on the left-hand side and then go for Barbarians. Just constantly dropping Barbarians every chance I get because if they can kill the piggies and they allow us to get counter push, it's a way better push for us than doing anything else. You don't even have to be good at the game when you're playing this deck. Oh, man. I really want to spam emotes because of his name, but I also don't want to BM someone, so I'm not going to do it. Just know, guys, the desire is very real. The desire is there. We're going to go in for drop our Barbarians again. He's going to try to stop this with Skeletons. I don't know. Like, what are you going to do? What are you able to do? How can you possibly stop the onslaught of aggression with the Skeleton Dragons, the Graveyard, and the Freeze coming at you 24/7, 365, man? He's going to have to go in for an Archer Queen and a Fire Spirit, but that's not going to be enough. We're already back to our Barbarians for his next set of piggies. I love doing this. It's really fun. We're going to drop Barbarians and predict him. He doesn't do it, unfortunately. I guess he just didn't have enough Elixir. We're going to go in for a Graveyard here, and we're going to let the Archer Queen do its thing because it doesn't matter to me. He's going to go in for Royal Hogs any second. He has to go in for offense. He can't just chill there for the rest of the game, you know? You can't just sit back and watch your tower implode, bro. So yeah, we're going to win this one. We're going to drop an Inferno Tower up high and say goodbye to those piggies as they don't get anywhere near my tower. Super easy stuff, and if you guys want to just destroy some of the better players in the world, missing your freezes against Archer Queen, this might be the deck for you. Pretty disgusting, not gonna lie. But this is a deck that will refuse to let you die. And after dominating that dude, despite playing like trash myself, we're at 2,300 in the world. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.